My mom always said that everything, good comes in three. And I truly believe that and kind of like live by that these days. And so I think about three women that have really truly impacted my life. Those would be my mother, my grandmother, and Ella Baker. So obvious the first two, my mother and my grandmother. Yeah, that's your mother, your grandmother. They do all these great things for you. And they're pretty much my caretakers. These are the people who brought me to life. These are people who I am the reason I'm here today. I kind of like to think of them as my superheroes. And although my grandmother is not here in physical form, she's still here in spirit and still seems to leave her message, and her words seem to resonate all the time, even without her being here right now. And that was my buddy. That was my ace. And we're both Leos, and it's just something about somebody you get to share a same astrological sign with, who kind of knows you, but then maybe knows too much about you too. So, and then my mother, who was a factory worker for 30 years, who sacrificed so much so that I could do all the things that I wanted to do. And I'm just so happy now that she's retired and she gets to do all the things that she wants to do now, because she truly deserves it. And it's not often that people will put their lives on the line and basically put it on hold so that they can do. And many people say that that's what mothers do, that's what parents do, but I think they go above and beyond sometimes, and she takes that extra step to do so. And so, and Ella Baker, what can I say about Ella Baker? So I like to think of her as one of the behind the scenes women in the civil rights movement and in SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. And she was the type of woman who, she ran things, but you never saw her. And that's kind of how what I want to be able to do with my life, is be able to run things behind the scenes. People are like, how did that get done? And they'll be like, oh, yeah, Grace did that. Because I don't necessarily need to be out on the front line. I don't necessarily need to be the person in the main view. I just want to be able to get things done, and in a way that's productive and in a way that's powerful, and leaves an impact. And she did that. I mean, she worked with some great folks like Martin Luther King. She worked with Byron Rustin, Stokely Carmichael, all these people who, they took the shine, and I wouldn't say they took the shine, but they held the shine. But to be honest, if it wasn't for her, a lot of them wouldn't have the shine that they have. And Ella Baker truly will always be someone who I admire, and definitely see myself as, and want to kind of lead in that same legacy that she's left here. So, like I said, good things come in three, and maybe I might be one of those three people to somebody else, that, the good things that happened. And, it's all about celebrating our women, not just in March, but every day, all day. And anytime I can get an opportunity to do that, I'm glad that I can.